I feel if Judas was still around today, Betraying the Martyrs would be his favorite band.
Sure.
Welcome to another episode from Takedowns to Breakdowns with A&P. Today we're going to be talking about famous people in history and perhaps would have been their favorite bands. Now I got this idea because I was listening to Lord of the Lost, their latest record Judas, and I started thinking, my God, if Judas was around today, who would be on his playlist? Like, who would be Judas's favorite band? Who do you think?
Oh,
I have one in mind.
You have one in mind?
Yeah, I have one in mind. And that band is none other than Betraying the Martyrs.
Okay.
First of all, it's a metalcore band. Judas kind of wore baggy clothing, so I feel like he had the whole metalcore thing happening with him.
Hold on. Everyone was wearing baggy clothing.
Okay, but
which means everyone...
Metalcore was the big thing back in the day in Jerusalem.
It's making a comeback.
Yeah, back in the day in Jerusalem and Nazareth, the metalcore was the thing. There was a bunch of core kids. Everybody was core kids walking around with sandals, just like the guitar player from August Burns Red. So, like, everything is coming around. You know, like fashion, it goes in waves. It comes and goes, you know? So I feel if Judas was still around today, Betraying the Martyrs would be his favorite band.
Shit, I can't think of a Judas one.
I think it's a great one.
I think that is probably the best we're gonna get.
What about George Washington?
Ooh, Civil War.
I don't think I can think of a better one for George Washington to have really high up on his playlist.
Yeah, I know he didn't fight in the Civil War, but it's kind of like...
I mean, when you think of when you think about the history of the United States of America, you kind of think of the Civil War and George Washington. So I think if he was around today, that definitely would be one of his favorite bands.
Yeah. What's another one? Probably Edgar Allan Poe. What would you think for him?
Who would be his favorite band?
Yeah, because he looks like the type of guy that would be very into like gothic music, obviously. But
I think Draconian.
Oh, I was going more A Pale Horse Named Death.
Oh, either one. I don't think you can go wrong with either one.
You could even pick Paradise Lost.
Yeah, like, Paradise Lost would also be a good choice for him. But I think he would be definitely into Doom.
He would. That's his playlist.
I think he would be heavy into Doom.
His Spotify playlist. Would be
I don't see Edgar Allan Poe attending a metalcore show. Let's put it, or a hardcore show for that matter. I don't think he would be a big into Hatebreed.
No.
I think definitely he's a Doom guy. Maybe Goth. Maybe Lord of the Lost as well. Actually,
yeah.
I could see him rocking some Lord of the Lost.
Like I said, his Spotify playlist would be very sad.
It would be very depressing.
Yeah.
It would be very depressing. What about Napoleon? Who do you think Napoleon would have really high on his playlist?
God, you said Napoleon. All I'm thinking about is like French bands.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh.
That's where my mind always goes.
If it's Napoleon Dynamite...
No, the real Napoleon.
Then if it's Napoleon Dynamite, then Nanowar Steel.
I'm with you on that. But the real Napoleon.
Oh. I mean, I'm just thinking of French bands now. I was going to say Gojira.
I think Gojira is the logical one. Like, when you think of... when you look at metal, and you look at metal bands coming out of France, I don't think it gets much bigger than Gojira.
Yeah.
So I think Gojira is perhaps the most logical answer. My mind, to be honest with you, it's a little bit between Bolt Thrower and Sabaton.
Oh.
He's a man of war.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like so I think you would be inspired by stories about battles and wars and things like that.
I guess you could use that with any general throughout history, like...
Yeah,
anyone.
but I think him perhaps a little bit more than others.
It would make him feel bigger.
Yeah.
Because Sabaton songs are very...
Big
songs.
They have volume.
Exactly.
Which is something that Napoleon didn't have.
Yeah.
So maybe because of that. See, I think Gojira is a little bit too much for him. Because I see him, well, personally, I never met him. No. But I see him, from what I've learned from Bill and Ted Famous Adventures, he seemed like a nice guy, like straightforward dude, like a simple man, let's put it that way. So I think Gojira is a little bit
of... a very short temper.
And short height. So I think Gojira would be a little bit above his IQ level. I'm not saying he was dumb, but I'm just saying, like, I think Gojira is more of a thinking man's band.
Yeah.
And not that he wasn't a thinking man, but I think his thinking was all related to war and battles. I think outside of that, I don't see him being a great mind. He was a great mind for war, for strategies, but outside of that, like, I don't see him doing very good on other things.
I think Sabaton's a good one.
I think Sabaton, either Sabaton or Bolt Thrower. What about Winston Churchill?
Oh, Winston Churchill, 1914.
Oh, that's a good one. But I have to go with Iron Maiden. I thought you were going to go with Motorhead.
Oh, Motorhead is a good one, but I think it took me some time to think about it, and I think 1914. 'Cause, I know he wasn't the. I don't know. Was he the president?
No, 1914 is the World War One. He was around for World War Two.
Okay, but it's still war, man. 1914, dude. 1914 is a badass band, and it doesn't matter what.
It is a badass band, but if you're gonna
Listen.
throw them as a favorite band for a person in history, it's got to be somebody from World War One. Which, by the way, I don't even know anybody.
Woodrow Wilson, he was the president, and
There you go.
okay, boom,
Okay, done. So Iron Maiden
Iron Maiden.
for
yeah.
Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
I just picture him listening to Aces High.
What about
Before the Blitzkrieg happened, him listening to Aces High.
Trooper?
Or Trooper, like, see, I think Iron Maiden is the perfect choice.
I think so,
even
too.
even more so than Motorhead.
Definitely.
While Motorhead would be still a great choice, I think you have to go with Iron Maiden.
like
Come on, Winston
Motorhead-
Churchill. If he doesn't listen to Iron Maiden, he's going to get his British passport revoked,
I think Motorhead's more of like a cowboy type of thing, because they always
or a biker.
or a biker gang type of thing. Like,
Is there any famous biker dudes?
I can't.
I don't think there's a single one.
I can't think of any cowboys though, off the top of my head.
John Wayne would listen to
Oh,
Motorhead.
John Wayne.
John Wayne was a country. There's no way John Wayne would listen to Motorhead. John Wayne would listen to like Garth
Cash?
Brooks or Johnny Cash or. I'm really running out of country bands. My knowledge of country bands is super limited.
I'm trying to think now.
But Johnny Cash, Garth Brooks, maybe the Dixie Chicks, or maybe they were too liberal for him because he was a starch conservative. So maybe the Dixie Chicks wouldn't be on. No, definitely. There's no way the Dixie Chicks would have been on his playlist.
Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw's, Tim McGraw. Okay, is that the knowledge? Is that the knowledge? No, Creed would definitely be on Jesus' playlist.
Oh yeah.
Because come on,
with his arms wide open. Yeah.
If Jesus doesn't listen, if Creed is not number one on his playlist, I don't know what band would it be. What I just cannot see any other band getting more playtime than Creed.
But I think he doesn't admit it because he'd lose followers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think it would be
a closet.
hidden. Maybe he would have it on his playlist, but under a different name.
Oh yeah.
Like Slayer or something, But it wasn't really
But it's
Slayer.
Creed.
But it's Creed. Maybe that's what he would do.
What would Putin have on his?
Wow. Slaughter to Prevail.
I was gonna say anything by Alex Terrible.
It has to be. Not only that, the name. I mean, like, when you think of Putin and you put Slaughter to Prevail, those two things kind of like go hand in hand.
I would love to see a picture of Alex Terrible and Putin next to each other with their the mask on.
But no shirts.
And riding a bear.
And riding a bear with no shirt.
It doesn't get more Russia than that.
What about Neil Armstrong?
Oh.
Who do you think? I got one.
I don't know.
God is an astronaut.
Oh, that one's a good one too.
Like, that's the perfect music for him to listen to as he's traveling to space. I think that's like, it has to be.
When you said Armstrong, I was starting to think of the guy who lost his nuts.
Oh no, that's Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
They're not even related.
I know they're not.
The two are not. By the way, Lance Armstrong, what do you would listen to?
I don't know.
Wow, definitely not Sheryl Crow because the two of them were dating, and then when he got over the whole testicular cancer thing, he dumped her. So like a complete douchebag. I mean, that guy's a douchebag. Let's face the facts. That guy's a douchebag. But definitely not Sheryl Crow on his playlist. That's 100%. But Lance Armstrong, who would be on his playlist? I don't know. Maybe some Nickelback. I mean, he's a total douchebag. So
I think
I feel like that's the right music for him.
anything. Yeah.
Avril Lavigne, Nickelback, maybe a combination of the two. I think those would be definitely high on his playlist.
Yeah, any music with some the douche meter on it.
What about Robin Hood?
Oh, Robin Hood was all about
Stealing from the rich and giving to the poor?
Yeah.
I'm going in a different direction. I'm going with Unleash the Archers.
Oh.
How cool would that be? Like, how cool would that be? Him checking out some Unleash the Archers on his Spotify playlist as he's riding a horse into town to steal from the rich to give to the poor.
God, you were prepared for this.
I didn't prepare at all. I'm just like going like off the cuff here. I just, this brain is quite the machine.
It's working at Mach 10 over here.
It's not stopping. Right now, it's not stopping. And I have another one for you. Donald Trump.
I can't think of anything bad enough for Donald Trump. Or anything that would kind of go with him.
I think there would be two bands on his playlist. High, like really high up on his playlist. One of them would be Presidents of the United States of America. I mean, for those that grew up in the 90s, Lump. Have you ever heard that song? Lump? No? No? Peaches? Peaches for free?
No.
You never heard those songs? Well, you need to check.
Madball.
Why Madball?
Oh, wait, Madball would be for Lance Armstrong.
Oh, yes! Perfect.
There you go.
Way better than Nickelback.
Way better than Nickelback.
Way better than
it makes more sense.
It makes way more sense. Definitely he's mad at his balls. So Madball, perfect for Lance Armstrong. Now for Trump, I think Presidents of the United States of America, more so because of the name of the band, not because of the music that they made. But the other band that I think would be really high on his playlist is Ice Earth.
Oh, Ice Earth.
He has the complete discography. The dude has everything.
You know what's
live albums, compilations, singles, EPs.
You know what's so sad is when you said Donald Trump, the face of the guy. John Schaefer. The face of John Schaefer,
which is this face right here.
Which is this face right here, blew into my brain with him with the blue hoodie and the hat on and going like this.
You know another band that would perhaps be really high on Donald Trump's playlist? Code Orange.
Oh, Code Orange, yeah.
It kind of makes sense when you think about it.
It makes complete sense.
When you start thinking about it, it starts to make a lot of sense. What about Justin Trudeau? I know he's not a famous character in history, but he's a famous character in our sad Canadian history.
He's a character, yeah.
He's definitely a character. JT for his friends and close ones. What do you think would be high on JT's playlist?
I wanted to make a joke, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Okay, so then don't. You can't think of a band on JT's playlist?
Myrad.
Why?
Because he likes Aladdin.
No, that's true. Okay.
That's the joke I wanted to make.
Yeah, that joke is going to fly over a lot of people's heads. In a carpet. It's going to fly over people's heads in a carpet. Heads,
but if they search it up, they'll know exactly what I mean.
All right. I was going to go more with the Agonist. They're Canadian.
Yeah.
There's I think they're both from Montreal.
Okay, so I guess
I figure like hometown band.
Then if you're into Cataclysm.
I don't think JT has done anything that would be worth cataclysm. I mean, like, he hasn't really done anything cataclysmic.
Yeah.
I mean, if Cataclysm would be the perfect soundtrack or the band that would be played highly if you were the mayor of Pompeii. If you're the mayor of Pompeii, then Cataclysm would definitely... I mean, first of all, Maurizio is Italian, right? Like, so if you're the mayor of Pompeii, considering what happened there... You're definitely going to listen to Cataclysm, more so than Nano War of Steel. I mean, like, there's nothing funny about what happened there.
Domenico Bini,
like, his metal band? Or you'd say that...
in general. Like, just...
He doesn't listen to other bands. Other bands listen to him. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, he's too good to listen to other bands. He doesn't want to be influenced by minnows, like by small fish in a pond.
And then when he hears something he likes, he's like, no, that's actually mine. And then he plays it even better.
Exactly. He created music. You know what I mean? Other bands are just imitating him. He's playing above the rim.
On the first day, God created Domenico Bini.
Yeah, and then after that, it was downhill. Let's face the facts. After that was...
He started too high.
He started too high.
He should have put him, like, a couple steps in.
Definitely.
It's like when an album has a really good song to start off, and then
every song keeps decreasing in quality.
You need to have it in the middle there, because then you're sad, but then you get that...
Or at least you would hope the album would have more than one good song. I mean, if the album only has one good song, then you might as well just release an EP.
Yeah.
Then it's a great EP versus being a horrible record.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Anybody else from history that you think that deserves a mention?
Gandhi, Rage Against the Machine.
He definitely Rage Against the Machine. I think Rage Against the Machine is a good one. I honestly can't really think off the top of my head. I can't think of another band.
If you're gonna think it has to be like bands with very political message. So like I think he'd listen to like punk or...
I think he would also listen to Public Enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was technically Public Enemy for a long time. So I think Public Enemy, Rage Against the Machine, what was the Prophets of Rage?
Blood Clot,
a band like that, yeah. But Blood Clot maybe perhaps not so much, but a little bit as well.
I'm just thinking punk or hardcore.
Bands that have a lot of aggression. What about John F. Kennedy?
Oh, John F. Kennedy.
That's an easy one.
Yeah,
the Dead Kennedys.
Oh.
Like, John F. Kennedy, you must listen to the Dead Kennedys. I mean, How can he not listen to his own peeps?
That's true.
Like, he's got to listen to the Dead Kennedys. Like, come on, that was like guaranteed. He was listening to the Dead Kennedys. You know, like I'm 100%
I was trying to think of something funnier, but I couldn't.
It doesn't get much better than the Dead Kennedys.
That's true.
Like how much better can it get? What else? What about Lucifer?
Lucifer. I mean anything that's like black. I think Behemoth, Belphegor, like anything black metalish, satanic. Oh, the Black Satans, or is that what they're called? Yeah, them. And anything in that type of genre.
I was going more with Sodom.
Ooh,
because of Sodom and Gomorrah. Plus, I think Lucifer is a little bit more into thrash metal than he is into black metal. I think black metal is such an obvious path.
That's why
I think he's perhaps in hell. Why do you guys think I like black metal? I'm more into thrash. Like I just picture him more into circle pits.
You just picture going into hell and seeing him with one of those BC Rich guitars.
Yeah.
And just going at it.
When was the last time you saw a black metal band use one of those? I can't remember one.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't remember one. But now thrash metal bands, they love that shit. I know Sepultura in the early days, that's all
signature guitar.
It was
thrash metal.
Yeah, it was their signature one. 100%. What about, maybe let's finish off on not a character from history, but a moment in history. All right?
Okay.
And I don't think there's any bigger moment, at least not for our generations, than this pandemic with COVID-19. So if COVID-19 was a person and it had a playlist, who would be on COVID-19's playlist? I'm thinking two bands. Slayer is a good one. I honestly didn't. That was not on my on my mind. Slayer. I was thinking Sepultura. I think that's an obvious one.
I think COVID would have so many cool bands, but then there would be that shitter, and it would be Smash Into Pieces.
Why would Smash Into Pieces be on COVID's playlist?
Because it just feels like...
I mean, you have Slayer, you have Sepultura.
It feels like that type of thing that when it started out, everyone was like, oh my god, we get a break from like... All the kids, at least for me, oh my god, we get like a 2-week break from school over the March break. This is going to be awesome.
Then life goes back to normal in the summer.
A year and a half later.
Yeah, here we are.
We thought that it was going to go back to normal in June. So that's why I'm saying, you go on the playlist and you're starting out really good, but then as it goes further down the playlist, it gets worse and worse and worse.
I think the first song on COVID-19's playlist is Hatebreed with Destroy Everything.
Oh.
That is... When COVID gets up in the morning and he like, okay, today's going to be a busy day, man. I have a bunch of people to kill and infect. It's going to be busy. I need to get into the mood. I need to get all my protein spikes all ready to connect with cells, and I don't know the biology of it. But anyways, the only song that I can think of that's going to start off that day, that's going to start off that playlist,
is Destroy Everything.
Is Destroy Everything by Hatebreed.
Hatebreed will be all over that playlist.
I think COVID-19 has all the discography of Hatebreed. But then again, Slayer, I don't think is that far off either. Yeah. Sepultura is not that far off
like
either.
I said, as we go down, it's going to get worse.
There's always going to be
just like how the virus, as it went down, like as we got through the virus...
because it mutates?
Exactly. It got worse as time progressed. As you go through the playlist, you'll see worse and worse.
And then Smash Into Pieces will be in there.
Smash Into Pieces will be like the unholy... It would be the unholy orb inside of that playlist. That's actually the first song that starts off
in that axis of evil.
In that axis of evil. Smash Into Pieces is there.
All right, guys, this is our video for today. Let us know, what do you think about our lists of famous people from history and their playlists? And
if you have any famous people from history and you think what band they would probably listen to,
I would love to hear it.
I would love to read it in the comments.
Yeah, I would love to find out exactly who did we miss, who do we think they would be listening to. Hit us up in the comment section.
Or did we get any wrong and... There's
no getting it wrong. I mean, there's no wrong answer, but you disagree with some of the
Or if you have a better option for them to listen to.
Okay, fair enough. Use the comment section below. Let us know what your thoughts are, and we'll see you guys at the next video.
See ya.